I'm not saying that nobody should go to church. That is not what I'm saying. But the thing is that if you are going to church, what are you learning from those people that are preaching to you? What are you learning from them? I am not saying I shouldn't go to church. I am not saying that. Who that is going to church? Sunday you're in church. You go to church in the morning, you come back. In the afternoon you go to church. That same Sunday you come back. You still come back in the night. That same Sunday. Monday the same thing. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. See Sunday again. Sunday you're in the church. Speaking in tongues, praying in kabashing. What are you learning? As a man that have family, what are you learning? You're always in church, what are you learning? Your goal is heaven at last. Sometimes you look at somebody and say, I want to be like this person, because that's the only thing that is in you guys' mind is your pastor, your general overseer. What are you learning from that person? Because if I go to church now, look at these people now, I'm like, these people, they're living a very good life. Get me, their children are going to the best school, you know. They want to travel, they travel in the best cars, they travel the private jets, move in first class, you know, and the rest, you know. That are the things I should be emulating from them. Those are the things I will be emulating from them. Those are the things I'll be like, I want all these things for myself, for my family. So I don't know, you guys that are going to the church, what are people learning? Like, what are people trying to gain? Like, what are you seeing? What is your drive? Is your drive heaven? Just heaven, that is your drive. So you can't think, your drive should not be, so you want them to say that your drive not going to be, let you be like them. Like the way their lifestyle is. Can't you want to like think of you having that kind of lifestyle as them? See, no matter how good a husband tends to be, or no matter how good a wife tends to be, if there is no money in that marriage, it won't be as sweet as it should be if there is money. See, finance, it's not about money. Finance, it moves a lot of things. It paves a lot of way when there is money. Life will be more easier and sweeter. You get me? Things will be done easily and things will be done easier. With money. With money, finance, things will be done easier. Things will flow. The way things are supposed to be, that is the way it will be. You feel me? If there is finance, if there is money, life will be easy. As a family man. And those pastors of yours, they are living a very wonderful life. But you're not thinking of learning it. You're not thinking of emulating that from them. The only thing you're trying to emulate is is heaven at last. But them that are those guys that are in the pulpit telling you those rubbish, don't they want to go to heaven? But they have wealth. Those words that are telling that it is bad at last, that it is vanity of vanity, but they have it. So you have it too. One came out and said that he bought his second private jet during lockdown where people are suffering. You open your mouth to tell your congregations, people that were suffering to eat in 2020, that you bought your second private jet during that period. When there is hard time, you bought your private jet. To tell them, I don't know, the reason why he's telling them is to tell them that how good God is in his life. That was the reason he opened his mouth to tell people. Because I know how the kind of suffering that the Nigerians, the world went through during 2020, during lockdown. Things were hard. I don't even know how people survived in that period. You opened your mouth to tell them that you bought your second private jet and your third private jet during that same hard time. You never call them and say, okay, private jet is worth billions of naira. You never call them and say, okay, let me bring out 1 billion, or let me bring out 100 million, or 500 million. Let me share 100,000 naira to my congregations. You never say, okay, let me close eye and bring out 100 million naira, and let me share 100k. If you divide 100, how many 100,000 are we seeing 100 million? That's like 1,000. If I'm not mistaken. You're going to give 1,000 people 100,000 naira from 100 million. Private jet is not 100 million. For you to buy private jet, it should be no matter how cheap that private jet is, it shouldn't be less than 3 billion naira. That is, no matter how that private jet is, it shouldn't be cheaper than 3 billion. No matter how small that private jet is. You never say, okay, let me bring out 100 million, let me bring out 50 million, let me share 50k, let me share 100,000 naira. You never did that. You still can buy private jet and you came out to open your mouth to say it to them. What are you emulating as a man? What are you emulating from those people? You are living a very poor life. Nothing is going on. 50, 100, 10,000. If your child comes to you and say that they say we should bring 10,000 for something, you'll be very angry. You want to be the person child up and say, don't you know that Nigeria is hard? It's tough. They tell you anything, you come and tell me. You start backing at the child. You start avenging your anger and your stupidity and everything on that child. But if it's in church, wham. You will sell. You will depress. You will not pay. You first and go and donate to church before you pay your children's school fees. Sorry.